This is the first time I've heard that particular option, Councilor Herzig, and at this point in time, I do think it would be in the best interest if we coordinated time the access gate where the rock quarry where these are stored, if she had her own workers pick them up, and then her workers could do the landscaping on her property for her.
Okay, I think our mics are a little bit live tonight, so I didn't quite understand the first part of it. You say that you think they could access the bales where they are stored?
Yes, we can make sure that they have access.
All right. It sounds like that might be the best way forward at this point.
Well, I really appreciate that. I think with all the different complexities, that would be at this late stage of the game the best solution. And just to give you a timeline, I've been calling around. The sodding is a little bit more complicated than it may sound at first. It was for me too. I had a lot to learn as well. But we're looking at about 5 weeks out for sodding, and I need the bales for 2 weeks before the sod because they need to be conditioned during that time. But I can also weatherproof them during that time, and I will absolutely do that. You can take my words, my bond on that. So just in terms of timeline, so everybody kind of knows where we're at. Kind of dead time for about 2 or 3 weeks where nothing can happen, and then I'll have a company pick all the bales up at once and arrange them completely where they're supposed to stay permanently. Then I will weatherproof them and condition them. That takes 2 weeks' time, maybe 12 days if I'm lucky. And then after that, the sod people will come and sod everything all at once. It'll just be a completely blanketed all within 1 day. If that works for you guys, then and ladies, then I'll be glad to go forward and arrange that. And if it's on my dime, I'm not asking for a penny, I'm just asking for cooperation.
And Ms. Robin, I want to make sure that we're clear on, in terms of when there are deliveries made. I know that Chief Ames has concerns in terms of the numbers of bales which would be stored adjacent to the Niagara Street right of way. If you were to hire a contractor to be able to do that work, if we made the deliveries, would they be putting those bales all out within a short
Right,
period of
that's
time?
what I'm trying to say, is that
Okay.
instead of me doing it, I'll just be supervising. And there will be a professional landscaper company that I have hired who will have the equipment to the proper vehicles to remove the bales from where they are. The proper equipment is called a squeeze machine, which actually grabs each bale and then cranes it over and puts it wherever it's supposed to be permanently. And all of that would be done in a matter of hours. And then following that, I would waterproof from above down, because it's a high bank, it's like 20 feet up, and then it goes almost straight down, and then the rest of it is flat on the right of way. So that's the tough part. I'm trying to get the bank diagonalized so there won't be such a steep bank, and then we can actually use it for planting to actually keep it really healthy over the healthy soil and healthy planting over the years. So the landscaping company would do all of that, and then right after that, then they would I would condition it. That takes, you can't make it faster than a week or 12 days, but it's weatherproof the whole time. And then they'll come in after that and sod it all in one piece.
Weatherproof, are you meaning it'll be totally covered with tarps?
Yes,
or-
and dirt, both.
Okay.
And I want to make sure.
No, and I didn't answer your other question, sorry. As far as the deliveries so far, we've just had the garage filled with 100 bales, and then they came with 20 bales last time on Friday. One bale was completely ruined, so I had to send that one back. So we have 19 there, and they're covered with a tarp, but it wasn't enough to do anything with. I can't really work until I have at least 100 bales, but at this point we're so late in the game that I think that just having a professional company do it, I've been calling around. Some of these companies are very, very literate with natural building and understanding, what natural techniques are like that.
Is it a local company that?
No, local people don't understand it. I've tried. But if you get to Seaside or further south, it's oh yeah, we do that all the time. It's like old home week down there. So, I just want to resurrect this as well as I can, so that the soil is healthy, the place has got good planting coverage, to keep the erosion down. The blackberries will not return. And my bank and my neighbor's bank, she's also very concerned, so we're protected and we can actually work on our property as well. There's a lot of things going on at once here. But as far as bales being exposed to the atmosphere right now, there's really nothing. I mean, I've got the garage has a lot of bales in it, which are too heavy for me to lift. And then I put a little bit of bales on the far side of my own garden area, and that will be used for gardening. And those are all covered. And then there's just the 19 bales down at the bank, which are covered by a tarp right now. I can't really do anything with those until we get further along.
So from the time